tired, work. Man, it's been a long week. Um, the Super Bowl, the Super Bowl is finally here. You know what I'm saying? The Super Bowl is finally here. Let some people chime in, but yeah, y'all, the Super Bowl is finally here. Um, it shall be a good one. It could go both ways, but the team that I'm going for is Seattle. I'm definitely going for Seattle. I don't know. It was just something about that last game that they played against the Rams. They really poured their heart into that one. I just think Seattle is the better team. Honestly speaking, I think Seattle is just the better team. That's who I'm going with. You know what I mean? I really just came on here to get y'all take on it, to see who y'all is going for. It started at, I think, 6 o'clock Eastern time. Um, they're on the West Coast this year in LA and Los Angeles. I just feel like it's going to be a good game, but I also feel like Seattle is going for the win. They're going to win it. That's just how I feel, So I just feel like Seattle is about to take this. That last game that they had against the Rams, it was just something about that game. Like that game, it showed a lot. Like it showed a whole lot, and I just think they're gonna take it, man. Honestly, I know what's his name, Bad Bunny, is performing a halftime show or whatever, but I just feel like they're gonna take it. You know what I'm saying? You know, it's it's gonna be a good one, but Seattle is going for the win. Seattle is going for the win, hands down. I don't even know if I could even show any clips of it, so to speak. You know what I'm saying? But I just think, all in all, this year alone, Seattle has been a better team over New England. I don't know. Every Super Bowl that I ever think a team is going to win, 9 times out of 10 they win. 9 times out of 10 they win. Seattle for the win though. But who do y'all have going with? Who are y'all going for in the Super Bowl? If y'all watching it, or sports fans, or into it, or that's gonna tune in, who is y'all going for in the Super Bowl? Let me know now. You know what I'm saying? I think the last time New England was in the Super Bowl, Brady was still in the lead. Like Brady was still playing. Brady was still in the lead then, Tom Brady. I think that was the last time. I want to say the last time New England was in the Super Bowl, if I'm not mistaken, is when Brady was still playing, of course, but the one Super Bowl that they came back and beat Atlanta Falcons. You know what I'm saying? Um, the Atlanta Falcons. Oh my God! Anybody remember that Super Bowl game when it was me and my homeboy? I never forget it. I never forget it. We was at his crib watching it, and me and him is both. It's crazy. Me and him is both. At that time was Patriots fans, and we like, oh man, Brady and them got this, and Atlanta Falcons gave them a run for their money. They did, and I can remember watching that, and I'm like, oh it looks like damn, Atlanta about to beat these boys, and I can remember like in like the fourth quarter, they just came back and just like blew them out the water. Like Brady scored like they was able to score like 2 to 3 touchdowns in the last couple of minutes in the fourth quarter and beat the Falcons. And I can remember seeing a lot of Atlanta Falcons fans and supporters just in the crowd just looking stunned, like what just happened? And they got the job done. But that was the last time I want to say the Patriots was actually in the Super Bowl when they played against the Falcons. I wonder what year was that? What year? Let me see. What year was that? Super Bowl. Yeah, and that was a hell of a game. Are you what the hell? Damn, what Super? Yeah, that was. Damn, what year was that? Was that 2017? Yeah, I believe that was like 2017. What year? Yeah, that was the last time they was in there. Yeah, that was 2017. So that was the last time that I believe New England was in there. So it's been a couple of years since they haven't been to the Super Bowl. But man, listen, what up? What up? Subscribe to the channel, hit the like button. But that was the last time that they was in there. Um, you know what I'm saying? Like that was the last time. What's mean? Listen, that was the last time that they was in there. The only reason why they won that game because the legendary um, Tom Brady, point blank period. Tom Brady was the one that brought them back. You know what I'm saying? Because actually, if it wasn't for him, they was doomed for disaster. You know what I'm saying? Because that Super Bowl, I watched that Super Bowl from the beginning to the end. That Super Bowl right there showed a lot. It said a lot. You know what I'm saying? It showed them a whole like with that Super Bowl right there. It showed the it showed what Brady could do in you know what I'm saying? It showed y'all what Brady could do in heated situations. That's the Super Bowl I feel like that put him over and beyond. He was already there. He was already there. But that was the Super Bowl that showed everybody like, damn, yeah, he's one of the ones. You know, he's up there with the Kurt Warners and the Joe Montana and John Elway and Terry Bradshaw and all them guys. You know what I'm saying? Can you use what? Man, listen. Like I said, Super Bowl, Seattle's gonna win, point blank period. You know what I'm saying? And that's just all it is to it. You know, um, that's what it is. Straight up. They gonna win. Whoever think differently, so be it. Y'all have to go and check out my Uncasa interview that I just did with Uncasa from you know what I'm saying, Dipset. You know what I'm saying? That's a dope interview. You know what I mean? But let me know who are y'all going with? Hell yeah, I'm watching the Super Bowl today. Who are y'all going for? If y'all watching it, are y'all going for Seattle? You know what I'm saying? Or are y'all going for New England? You know? Who are y'all going for if y'all watching it? If y'all tuning into it, who is the team that's going to win? Who is the team? You know what I'm saying? Who's the team that's going to win? Who is the team that's... Let me know. Who do y'all have in this? Who do y'all have? Who do y'all have? Period. Like, who is y'all rocking with? Who is y'all going for? straight like that. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I want to know. I think um, Seattle is going to go win. I feel like Seattle is going to win. Seattle is definitely going to win. Why? I just feel like they're the better team. I just feel like Seattle, at this point in time right now, they're just a better team. I don't feel like um, I don't feel like the New England is gonna beat them. You going for the Patriots? Good for you. Good luck with that. I don't feel like they're gonna win. Bottom line, that's just me. And I was a Patriots fan, but if Nick doesn't get, I say Seattle. Yeah, you say you'll say Seattle, yeah, but listen, that last game, like I just said, that last game that they played against, the Rams showed me a lot. It told me everything I needed to know. That I believe that they're gonna overcome and beat New England. Hands down. I just feel like they're gonna beat New England. It is what it is. It is what it is. Straight like that. Whoever don't like it, I mean, you know what I'm saying? Hey, we go, y'all want to play some bets? I'm down right now. Landing 350 yards passing. It's possible. It's possible. You know what I'm saying? It's definitely possible. But all in all, I feel like it's gonna be a good one. You know what I'm saying? Everybody's gonna be tuned in. You know, it's a lot of teams that unfortunately didn't make it. You know what I mean? Of course, me being from where I'm from, you know what I'm saying? Detroit, Michigan, Detroit. Shout out to the D. We didn't make it. The Lions didn't make it. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot of teams that I thought would have went all the way that didn't make it. But I was saying, even during the season, that this season, I don't know, early on during the season, well, I'm not going to say early on during the season, but I just felt like once the season got to like week 9, 10, around up in there, I just felt like it was going to be a team in there that a lot of people didn't expect. Like, nobody really expected the Patriots and the Seahawks to be in the Super Bowl. You know what I mean? A lot of people didn't. A lot of people didn't even expect certain teams to get far how they did. Like, look at Chicago Bears. Chicago Bears, I think, had a phenomenal good season you know what I'm saying, this season. The Rams. It was a few teams in there that, you know what I mean? So many players got injured this season. Yeah, it was a lot of players that got injured this season from various teams. You know what I mean? So I didn't, even before that, I just didn't expect Seattle and the Patriots to be going at it. That's such like an odd matchup, because usually it's two teams that you like, okay, season start, I know they probably gonna go all the way. Just like when it was New England and when it was New England and Atlanta Falcons. That was more expected because at that time Brady was still in the league, dominating. The Falcons that season had a tremendous season, that whole run. So it was more expected. Who's your favorite on the team? On what team? On Seattle? Man, I really ain't got no favorite. I think I like all of them. If that's what you're talking about, I like all of them guys collectively. You know what I'm saying? I really don't have when it comes to sports, I really don't have a favorite. It's more who's been playing good so far in that season, because I have seen players play good one season or 2 seasons, and then come that next season, it's really not like that. You know what I'm saying? Or they done got injured, or they not gaining as many yards as they did. They not getting the ball as much. So it's all about within the season, because both of these two teams right now could totally turn around. Meaning that come next season, it might not be these two teams, period, in the Super Bowl. At the start to go to the Super Bowl, I expect them to be like 2-5 losing. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. And it was a lot of teams, man. It was a lot of teams this season. It was a lot of teams this season that I was surprised off of. Even with these two teams. Chicago Bears was like Chicago really like surprised me. You know what I'm saying? I think they got to still tighten up. It's things that they got to work on. It's things that they need to do and really be more of a tight unit on the field. But for what they did this season, I think it was great because Chicago has been the underdogs. Chicago is almost far as record and even talent wise is more kind of like how the Detroit Lions is. You know what I mean? They have gotten to a point where they're pretty good, but it's still things that they need to work on. But I think all in all, they had a pretty good season because they won more games than Detroit did. And a few other teams. Man, it was so many teams up in there. I just think that come next season, it's going to be a lot of teams. If the teams that made it far down the line this season, just wait until next season, it's going to be a lot of teams to look out for. You know what I'm saying? Because now that the teams that didn't make it to the Super Bowl, of course, this give them time to sit and watch film over and over and over, work on their game and build their strength and better and stuff like that. So I think come next season, it's gonna be a lot of teams to watch out for. Not based on Super Bowl team, but why does St. Louis? Why doesn't St. Louis have a team? You know what? It's crazy because at a point in time, it was the St. Louis Rams, right? For many years, many years. But you got to remember, even back then, before they moved to St. Louis, it was always Los Angeles Rams. They just went back to, their roots. That's a very good question, though. I don't know. It should be, just like how it was the Oakland Raiders, and then they became the Las Vegas Raiders. You know what I'm saying? Like with St. Louis Rams, it was St. Louis, then they went back to LA. That's a very good question. Maybe the lead or the committee or, will give St. Louis a football team. I'll do a kick flip. But yeah, so maybe, I don't know. That's a very good question, though. Why? That's a very good question. Yeah. I never thought about that. But I can see St. Louis with a team in the next year or two, maybe no more than 5 years, because there's a lot of things that go into play with sport teams. Everything is politics. Everything is politics. Everything is about money. Everything is about that. So, if it makes the city money, the state, and it could bring certain revenue, certain things, then of course it'll be a team for St. Louis. They might be talking about that. That might be on the desk right now for St. Louis to have a team. But it just got to make sense for the NFL to want them to have a team, because like I said, everything is politics. Everything's about money. Politics bring money. Money bring politics. So they go hand in hand. But I think it'll be a team in St. Louis eventually. I think so. I do. So I think it's gonna happen, honestly. But this Super Bowl, is definitely gonna be one of the ones. Um, you know, I've been kind of definitely keeping up with the season. Um, and yeah, I just feel like Seattle going to take the win, not by like a blowout or nothing like that, but I think they're gonna take the win. The Chiefs are in the Super Bowl. I'm glad. You mean they're not in the Super Bowl this year? Yeah, the Chiefs. They had their moment. The Chiefs had their moment. Patrick Mahomes and the one Travis. God damn it, what's his name? The one that's with Taylor Swift. Yeah, man, they had their moment. I just think, you know, it came and went. You know, back then, you know, you had even in the NBA, you had teams where, you know, it'd be dominant season after season after season. But I think, honestly, I think the Chiefs were a bit slightly overrated. It was a lot of hype around the Chiefs for several seasons. And I think it just ran its course. Um, I can see a few players leaving and getting with other teams and, you know, getting with other teams or whatnot. But, and, you know, maybe possibly winning, you know, maybe going all the way. But I don't see them all collectively together winning another Super Bowl. I just don't. I don't see them winning another Super Bowl. Um, you know, I don't see that happening. What I do see happening, I see, as far as Patrick Mahomes, maybe having another, maybe 3 or 4 more seasons, and then he, you know what I'm saying, retire. I see that happening. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. I just feel like that's somewhere that's gonna happen. But he's still young though, so I can't really say that. But I don't see him being like the, you know what I'm saying, the main objective of a team that he once was seasons ago. And then it's a new day and age. You know what I'm saying? Things it's more fast paced now. It's more younger guys coming in. It's, you know what I'm saying. Once it started being a lot of new talent coming in, you gotta, you know, pass the torch, especially if you're not like a, you know, a Tom Brady type of quarterback or even like a Matthew Stafford, you know what I'm saying, type of quarterback. You have to, you know, kind of like get out the way, so to speak. You know what I mean? Because, like I said, it's all about money. And then it's just like a player that keeps getting injured. The league, don't matter what sport you playing, it could be the NBA, it could be the NFL, it could be MLB, you know what I'm saying, baseball. If you keep getting injured, you know, the lead is not gonna, they're not gonna wanna, and not saying you know what I'm saying, he's injured or something like that, but the lead is not gonna wanna keep, you know, putting money into you. And then once you start getting, and then the older you get, the less you're being looked at when you're playing sports. You know what I'm saying? So the older you get, you know what I'm saying, that's why you have to be super duper beyond talented. You know, that's why Brady was looked at for so many seasons, so many years, because he was just such a dominant force on the field. You know what I'm saying? Anthony Davis program. What up, Crow? Yeah, man. Yes, sir. Right. Anthony Davis program. Shoe program, nigga. You feel me? But yeah, man. But it's just like that in all. It's like that in all sports. It's all politics and money. Now, if you stay healthy and your numbers is going up, yeah, you will be looked at. You'll be one of the ones that you could be goddamn 33 years old in the league, and you could have been in the league since you was 22, 23. Yeah, they're still going to be looking at you because they're going to say, okay, this dude's bringing us money. He's healthy, he's dominant, you know what I mean? But when you keep getting injured, they don't give a fuck about you. They're going to be like, man, get rid of him. Who's gonna be in the halftime show? Bad Bunny. Yeah, Bad Bunny, and I think it's gonna be some and it's not gonna be. It's gonna be all in Spanish, I believe. Bad Bunny, yeah. Halftime show, definitely. You don't. Yup, facts, yup. No. Yeah, I believe so. No, no cursing. No, definitely not. And even if they could, it probably wouldn't happen anyway. You know, the Super Bowl is a family gathering event. You know that this is an event that you know what I'm saying. The finals, yeah, but that's a little more different. That's more, you know, but that's more like for your homeboys and your friends. But the Super Bowl is more of a family gathering, so they're not gonna allow hell no. They're not gonna allow certain words being you know on national television. I'm looking at it right now. I don't even want to turn the camera around because this is I'm looking at CNN News, so I don't want them to YouTube be acting crazy, but it's a lot of people there. You know what I'm saying? I'm seeing kids and girlfriends and wives and, dudes probably done picked up a few, you know what I'm saying, 304s. It's a lot of people there, man. So, it's going to be a great one. It's going to be a great one. Yeah, y'all get, man, y'all got to tune in. But like I said, my pick, and once I seen that it was gonna be Seattle, my pick was always Seattle. It was just something about that last game. They convinced me. They made me a believer. I'm not going to lie. They really made me a believer that they're gonna go all the way. You know what I'm saying? They're gonna go all the way. Yeah, I hope no ops is out there. You know, it's in LA, so I hope events like this, dudes like to move around and you know what I'm saying. And I don't know. But once again, man, make sure y'all go check out. Please, please, please go check out my Uncasa interview. Former Dipset representative, somebody that was with Dipset years and years ago, battle rapper, dope MC. He can actually rap. I got more interviews coming, been working, as you know what I'm saying. As y'all can see, I'm about to be interviewing somebody else from my city, go by the name of Stoop Lee. You know what I'm saying? Y'all can see that, I'm working. Questions and stuff written down, stuff like that. Y'all, you know what I mean? Working. You know what I mean? Shit written down. Oh, yeah. So, but, yeah, make sure y'all go tap in with that Uncasa interview. Dope interview. You know what I mean? Definitely made a new business connection with him. More interviews coming. I got some interviews coming that a lot of people or some people probably wouldn't. And I'm not even going to even tell nobody, not even the people that rock with me. I'ma just, when that day come and I'ma just, hey, this what, you know what I'm saying? This what's going on. Boom, and just let it flow. You know what I mean? On some freestyle shit. So, certain things you got to keep in the tuck. You know what I mean? You don't go around and tell everybody, or, you know what I'm saying, what type of, if you're licensed to carry, what type of, you know what I'm saying, what type of firearm you have on you to protect yourself if danger come your way. No, you keep that, you know what I'm saying, to yourself. So, but I definitely got some in a tuck that y'all probably not gonna believe, like, dang, he doing his thing. But definitely check that out, man. Definitely dope interview. I'm gonna be dropping his Stoop Lee. He's an underground artist from my city, Detroit. He will put you in a mind frame of Currency, Wiz, Khalifa, Chance the Rapper, type of artist, but he can actually rap. He actually can. You know, he got a different type of vibe to himself. He's not a street rapper. Don't wear jewelry. I can't say he puts you in the mind of a J. Cole because whatever. Well, yeah, I can say that. You know, he puts you in the mind state of a J. Cole, a Wale, those type of artists. You know what I'm saying? That's real into their craft and soulful type of artist. But his name is Stoop Lee. Gonna be interviewing him next before this month is over with. I think most likely next week. Also, Valentine's Day, I will be in the shot. Shout out to Chicago. Much love. I'm going to Chicago for like a day. Probably like really like a day and a half. I'm gonna stream out there. I wish I had. It's like it's some little stuff I need to get for my camera that I got over there sitting. You know what I'm saying? But I'm definitely gonna go live. I'm gonna go on this dope little tour. Let y'all see that or whatever. But I will be in Chicago this coming up weekend. So that's on the floor. And probably around June of this year, I'm trying to get to Japan or Germany. Y'all help me decide where should I go, Japan or Germany. Those is between the two. I've never been out the country before, as far as, you know, places like that. But I'm trying to decide Japan or Germany. I'll be going there in like probably either or, like maybe the second week of June. You know what I'm saying? The second week of June, I gotta get like you. Man, yeah, Crow, do that shit, man, do that. Thank you, bro. Thank you. I appreciate that. I do. You already know that. But yeah, man, I just, you know what? And this is why I feel like it's meant for me to do it, because it's a few people that, of course, I hit up that didn't get back with me yet, or if they ever will. But I'm seeing like, damn, I'm hitting people up, and people is actually getting back with me. So, you know, the thing I really got to focus on and do is really work on my Instagram. Like really build my Instagram back up, my other social media platform. Because the thing is, what y'all don't realize, is different communities for different platforms. So you got your, say you got your Facebook, your X, aka Twitter, YouTube, Kick, Twitch, Instagram. You got all these different platforms, but you got different followings on each one. Like a person might have a huge following on Instagram, but not have it like that, not have a huge following on, say, a YouTube or a Kick or a Twitch. So you got to kind of implicate all of them together if that's what you want to do. You know what I mean? Super Bowl, have you ever been to one? Have I ever been to a Super Bowl in person? No, I haven't. But I definitely want to go to one. I definitely want to go to one very, very soon. Very soon. I haven't been to one, but I definitely want to go. I definitely got to go to one. But yeah, I got a few that's in the tuck that y'all is not gonna believe. I don't even think my homeboys on here go believe it. You know what I'm saying? My YouTube partners. You know what I'm saying? The people that rock with me, I rock with them. They're not gonna believe it. They're gonna just be like, damn. But that's what I want though. You know what I'm saying? That's the attraction I want. I want people to see and be like, damn, he got him. Damn, you know what I'm saying? I want that shock factor of it. It's kind of like watching Kobe or Jordan or one of the greats, and you watching a game and you like, damn, he just pulled it off there. He made that shot. Like, God dang. Like, he going crazy. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm quite sure Jordan and Kobe, the late great, you know what I'm saying, God rest his soul, you know, had plenty of nights like that where even the teammates was like, damn, he just did that? Like, you know what I mean? I want that feeling, you know what I'm saying? And then you got to keep things to yourself until the time is right. So when you keep things to yourself, it'll be a more surprise for the people. You know what I'm saying? But um, yeah, and it's crazy, right? Because since I've been on this live, somebody that I just tapped in with just got back with me. Just got back with me. So, but yeah, I'm working. I'm trying to learn everything, the ins and ends, the outs and ins, and being just more comfortable on here is the main thing. And having topics and bringing your take on things, because everybody makes content now. Everybody talk about the same thing, but what is your views on it? What is your opinion on it? What can you bring different or switch it up? You know what I'm saying? I'm one of the type of people, right, that we might all go in a shoe store and buy all the same shoes, right? But whatever I put on with those particular shoes is probably not what you're gonna put on with them. You know what I'm saying? You might get the whole fit off the mannequin. You might say, no, you know what I'm saying? So I like to just be different, but not too different to where it's like weirdo different. But you know what I'm saying? And get my take on it, on things. But it's a few that y'all gonna be blown away by. You know what I'm saying? So you said me too. With the Ravens ever make it to the Super Bowl, I'm going. Yeah, that'll be a good one too. That'll be a good one too. Hit that like button, y'all. Subscribe to the channel, Tay Luciano Media. Subscribe to the channel. Run them likes up, get them likes up, tap that like button. Tell a friend to tell a friend and know a friend. You dig what I'm saying? You know, if you know better, you'll do better. You know, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, subscribe. Yeah, man, I will be going live later. I will be streaming with IQ Shaheed. Make sure y'all go tap in with him. Big YouTuber. You know what I'm saying? That's my dog for real. That's my boy. Somebody that's been grinding and working for the last, 5 years in this YouTube space. You know what I'm saying? I appreciate that. I do. I appreciate that. Thank you. Yeah, get me to 3K. I'm almost at 3K. I'm trying to hit 5,000 before May. I'm trying to hit 5,000 before May. Hold on, y'all. What? Alicia, where is it? Huh? Yeah, but my bad about that, y'all. But yeah, I'm definitely like I said, got some things tucked. You know what I'm saying? For this year, been just trying to run it up. You know, but it's definitely all coming together. Definitely appreciate everybody that's been rocking with me, tapping in with me. Numbers been going up, you know what I'm saying? Definitely thinking of different things that I could do. And also, I probably would be going to, Harlem a couple of more weeks. You know what I'm saying? Definitely probably going to be going to Harlem in a couple more weeks. I'm going to probably wait until it started getting back warm outside. You know what I'm saying? Even though I am going to Chicago this weekend, but that's only like 3.5, 4 hours away from me. But other than that, I'm definitely gonna be moving around more, bouncing around more as far as when it comes to this content. I'm trying to interview fashion designers, entertainers, upcoming artists, public figures, people, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? I want a variety of people, you know. So, you know, it's coming along though. You know what I mean? I got a few people that I feel like would be rocking out with me. You know what I'm saying? Because being consistent and hard work pays off. That's paying off more than the talent nowadays. You know what I mean? A lot of people is talented, but I feel like that's paying off more than anything else. You know what I'm saying? So putting your best foot forward and all of that is definitely the key. Like I said, y'all see me in here working, you know, writing, jotting things down for my next interview. So it's coming along. Even if y'all have some ideas, if people know some people, you know what I'm saying, definitely leave it in the comment section. You know what I'm saying? Or if y'all even know somebody, say an underground artist, and you know, people that actually does art. I want to interview those type of people as well. Different artists that's coming up, different painters and fashion designers, artists. You know, have a whole different pot of everything. So that's the main thing, you know what I'm saying? But I'm gonna tap back in with y'all later. I am gonna be streaming with my boy IQ Shaheed and my other boy Crowdom TV. Is gonna be on IQ Shaheed channel. We're going live at like 11:15, no later than 11:20. So make sure y'all tap in with that. I'm gonna post the thumbnail on my channel. But like, share, and subscribe to the channel. Drop the comments in the comment section to tell me who y'all think is about to win the Super Bowl, Seattle Seahawks or New England Patriots. I'm gonna definitely tap back in with y'all later on. Definitely tap back in with y'all later on. Peace.